Hello YouTube, it's me, Justin Welsh. Just got back from a little 2-day adventure, so I'm extremely tired. Got the pleasure to go up north and do a concrete job. The concrete job was more or less a plus, going up to explore new parts of Wisconsin and meeting new people. That was the adventure. And in this unknowingly adventure, like I said, I was going up to help a friend do a concrete job and help his family. I got the pleasure to meet my friend Sky calls Pastor Ed. Wonderful man who let us stay in his cabin overnight. I would say a man of high integrity, a man that didn't quite speak many words to me, but his ability to listen spoke volumes, which I was very impressed with, and his soft demeanor and just the way he made me and my friend Sky feel at home. I was walking into a stranger's cabin and just feeling completely at home, at ease, relaxed. My first night I slept like a baby, but yesterday we got concrete at 8 o'clock in the morning. We were there before then waiting on for the trucks, and Sky and I were out in the woods, out in the middle of nowhere, and got done with the slab at 2:45 a.m. So it was a long day, and then got back to the cabin by, I'd say, 4 a.m. So got a little bit of sleep and then drove back. 2-hour drive that seemed like 15 minutes coming back, just because of the blessings and stuff that these people that I meet, that I had the chance to meet. This may be blabbing on because I'm lack of sleep deprived, but this is more or less, I want to thank Pastor Ed and thank my buddy Sky and Joe and his father Steve. Thank you for the trip. Thank you for inviting me up there, inviting to help. But there was a point when Sky and I were on the job and we realized that the concrete wasn't going to be setting up, and the temperature was dropping and dropping, and then it started to snow, and we needed lights to run, and went to start the car to use the headlights for so we could see the slab to work on. And Joe and his father were off doing some installation on another job to where we weren't able to get a hold of them. And this place is so far out into the country that no cars pass by to get jump. Anyways, make a long story short, the anxiety kicked in, the stress and the cold, and then I decided I'm going to build a fire. And Sky and I, it's just hard to explain, but I just want to thank them. But there was a point when Sky looked at me and he said, this is awesome. And it instantly took away all the negative thoughts that I was having and the stresses. We're here, we're alive, we're sitting by basically a campfire, doing what we love, concrete, and we're sober. And we gotten this chance, this opportunity to be out in the country over this beautiful lake. And it clicked. It's like, yeah, all this negative energy and this stress, and I wouldn't say worry, it was just instantly wiped away. And I thank Sky for that, for opening my eyes and that. So anyways, getting to a comment that Joe had made, and he probably didn't even remember saying it, but he was so happy that we were there to pour the foundation. Now, they did the concrete walls, did a beautiful job on it. But they're so excited because we were there to finally get the foundation, the concrete slab poured, so they can begin building. And right there is, to me, it's a compliment in itself, because we are what they say up here, cement masons. Down south call each other concrete finishers. But in order to build a house or a structure that I can relate to now as your home in your future, you have to have a solid foundation. So so now I took that, just those words that he had said to me about, now we get the slab poured, now we can build the this building that they're going to build. So the building, like I say, is being yourself, your family, your future, your life. Without a solid foundation, your structure can crumble. It may not crumble completely down to the ground, but it'll slowly fatigue and fall apart and find weak spots. So recovery, addiction, suicide, depression, anything that ails you, you yourself, your soul, your mind, your spirit, you are your foundation. You need to constantly, I don't care if you're on top of the world, you're constantly strengthening your foundation. As far as I'm concerned, if you don't have a good solid foundation, or you're not building towards a solid foundation, your life and your goals and your family depend on a solid foundation. And it just clicked in my mind. And like I said, I'm going on a lack of sleep, and this video is more for myself and for me to thank Pastor Ed, Sky, and Joe, and his father Steve. So I got to learn a lot, and I got to learn a lot more about my friend Sky, who does. He's seen by many, a lot of people. I wouldn't say a lot of people, but some people don't understand him or aren't ready to understand him yet. And I got to learn more about him, and I'm blessed for that. And he inspires me, and inspired me because when we were driving home, as we spoke and tried to, not intentionally trying to get in depth into life, and just open up my mind completely. And as tired as I am right now, and as my brain is mush, my mind is so wide open right now, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to take a nap. But this was a really cool journey for me. It's and something that I couldn't have done drinking or depressed. And this is my recovery, and this was a gift to me that I feel, from God, to help me along with my recovery, to help others. Like I said, that foundation. So, in a sense, we are all masons of our future. It's developing the tools, our finishing tools, our concrete tools, to create a good solid foundation. The tools that we learn on coping skills, those are our tools, like I say, to go in our arsenal. So everybody you can't build a foundation by yourself. Some people can. It's a struggle. Why not ask for help? Have people come in and help, such as we came in to help pour this foundation. I'm going to say foundation a lot because it's basically what this is upon. And this makes no sense to anybody. I apologize and go on to another video or whatnot, but this is just for me. And like I said, but taking control of your life, grabbing those tools, asking for help. I can't pour this foundation, this slab to build on by myself. I need the help of others. Don't be afraid to ask. If you're struggling on part of that slab, look over, you holler, you reach out, you yell for help. That could be a phone call. Down and depressed. But anyways, what I came from or what I took from this adventure was a lot of humility and openness to understand people and to learn more about what all people have to offer, what gifts they have to offer, just by, like I said, Pastor Ed's, his quiet, calm demeanor spoke volumes. Like if somebody were just to ramble on and talk and talk and talk and talk, just the comfort that he, you know, I didn't really get a chance to sit down and talk with him, but for the short period of time I did, it just, I mean, he brought a comfort level to me and validated a lot of feelings that I had towards spirituality. So, and watching Joe, this young kid, 22 I believe, you know, working on building these huge projects, and you know, he's a phenomenal carpenter, his father is too, and just how easygoing they are and just how calm they can be. And then my buddy Sky, who's wide open, 100 miles an hour, who I wouldn't change for the world. And when I first met him, I couldn't understand him, and the more and more I understand him and I accept him, and I wouldn't want to change him for the world. Even when he goes on talking and just, you know, you Sky, if you see this video, you inspire me. You're not crazy. We're not crazy. You know, he's so excited. I mean, this man is so full of excitement. Some people would see him the wrong way and be not fearful of him, but not understand him, because he is just so excited to speak and talk to people. And I at one time thought that this man, all he wanted to do was talk about himself, and he was, you know, selfish when I first met him. And now, you know, more time that I spend with him, it's not that at all. And he takes the floor, he speaks a lot, and you can't get a word in edgewise, because he wants to share all this knowledge and this spirituality that he has, and he's just so excited. He's like a kid in Christmas, you know. And now I was blessed to see that even more on this trip, and just driving back, even mine just foggy, and then, you know, it hit me. It's like, you know, wouldn't change you for the world, bud. Just keep on jabber-jawing all you want, because the words you speak, he's extremely intelligent, probably one of the most intelligent people I've ever talked to, a person. But a 2-hour drive home, no lie, probably seemed like 20 minutes. And I don't know, this is not for subscribers, I guess. So, you know, this is just, like I said, for me, and to thank you, Sky, Pastor Ed, Joe, Steve. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for opening my eyes to things that you possibly didn't even know that you were, you know, paying forward or whatnot. They're all in my head. I just haven't kind of put them where they need to be, because I need sleep. So this video, like I say, it's a thank you. A simple trip to go up north and pour a slab turned out to be a spiritual and humbling and just outright awesome experience. Free from freezing our butts off with no light and snow, and out in the woods and hearing howling, I don't know, wolves, whatever, to building a campfire and then sitting in the car waiting on the concrete to set up, to watching videos on YouTube and listening to some Pink Floyd and just picking apart the lyrics. And, you know, it was a blast, absolute blast. And I look forward to more times like that. But build your foundation, be your own mason, but don't do it alone. Ask for help. Once you have that solid foundation, then you can build that structure. That foundation comes first. And I'm blessed to be a part of that foundation that was built up there, so they can build that structure. So anyways, I wish I could touch on more of how I feel, but maybe after some sleep I might redo this video, but no, probably not, because it's just coming unedited, not even thought out. Just wanted to speak my piece, and thank you all. What an awesome trip. Have a great one. Later.